show here on twitch.tv/Jewcurious. You might also be able to see this on my YouTube channel, at the Rabbi John Carrier YouTube channel. However, multi-chat is just not cooperating today. So if you want to chat with us live, I would love to hear how your Pesach was this year. A little weird, huh? A little different Pesach was for me, certainly. But I'd love to hear how your Passover went this year. And we're just going to kick back. We're going to jump right into some Luigi's Mansion 3 today. I don't know about you, but I could use a little playtime. So welcome to Fun Friday on the Jewcurious show. If you are curious about Judaism, seeing if it's right for you, maybe you're thinking of converting to Judaism, maybe you've been Jewish your whole life, but you just want to know, why do we do some of the things that we do? You're curious about it at whatever age and stage you are at. Maybe you are committed to another religion, but you're curious about maybe the Jewish roots of your own faith. Wherever you are coming from, hero, you are in the right place. I am here to teach you because I fully believe that living a Jewish life, hanging out with Jewish people, leads to a life of greater meaning, greater joy, greater personal growth, and greater human connection. And that's what we are all about here at the Jewcurious show. Welcome to Fun Friday. Why don't I show you my face? Wouldn't that be something? I'm sorry, I have to apologize in advance. Let's see, what does that face look like? Here we go. I always have a thing when I when I can't shave for a couple of days because of Yontif. I always look a little bit scraggly, a little bit scruffy, but the move juice helps. Boy, that sounds good, and that is good radio. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and jump into Luigi's Mansion 3. This is a game I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I might be a little rusty. I legit have not played this game in a couple of weeks. I had a good run there for a while, got up to like level 8 or something, but for Passover, just kind of shut that whole thing down. Not because there's chametz per se in Luigi's Mansion, but just because it was so busy with a couple of Passover holiday services in the beginning and a couple of Passover holiday services at the end, and Shabbat there in between, and lots of prep time. Just haven't had time to kick back and play, but that's why I'm so excited for Fun Friday. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining us from. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it. Let's see, who is here this morning? I see Shalom. Dang, so much buffering, but happy Friday. I'm seeing some chats come in, some chats not come in. So if you are joining us on YouTube today, the multi-chat is not functional. So please join us on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Jewcurious. Takes just like that to set up an account. But I'm glad to see KG Wilcox in the house. Dang, so much buffering, but happy Friday. I don't know what's going on with the internet these days, folks. I think everybody's trying to use it at once. It is the new traffic jam. So maybe instead of a repair the highways bill, we need a widen the internet tuberinos bill. So I'm glad to see Susan Bird says hi all. Heard some good news that one of our regulars, Christy B from San Bernardino, is joining a Miller class. That was pretty cool to find out about. So hope I didn't out anybody. Magic Opossum says hi. Hey, Magic Opossum. I don't know if I've seen you here before under this name, but I'm really glad you could join us. Murite says hello. That is my friend Carla from here in Southern California. Really glad to see everybody. So welcome to Fun Friday. How was your Pesach? I'm curious. How Passover was different for many people this year. I think most people observing Passover might have experienced something a little different than they had before. I certainly did. Normally in the past, I'd love to get a bunch of people around the table for Passover, upwards of 12, 15, 20 people at a Seder at my house. This year it was 4. It was me, my wife, and our 2 daughters who are still young enough to live at home. The big kids are off in different states. Healthy, thank God. Let's see, we got Capella Jigud12345 says hello. Boy, in the morning I just can't talk. Excuse me. Should probably mute that while I'm doing it. But our Passover was a little bit different this year. We only had 4 of us in the house. Still made the same size brisket. I only know how to cook an 8-pound brisket, so I'm not trying to brag, but we went ahead and got an 8-pound brisket, and we ate it for like 4 days. It was amazing. And that 4th day, man, that was the peak of tenderness. And I got a lot of it to myself because this year my brisket sauce was 1/3 sriracha, 1/3 sriracha. So it took about 4 or 5 days before it was mellow enough for the kids to eat it. But by then it was wonderfully tender, and then we moved into our baked potato stage. We have stages of Passover eating. For the first 3 or 4 days, we're eating leftovers from the Seder. For the next couple of days, it's like baked potato bar because we usually get all this like bags and bags of shredded cheese from the store before Passover, and then by the last few days, we're just mailing it in. It's all matzah pizza from that point forward. So now glad to be done with the matzah pizza for now. I think I haven't had any yet, but today I'm gonna get some actual pizza. I think we'll see. So glad to see some old friends and new friends in the chat. Magical Possum is here. Got some KG Pulak 1 2 3 4 5 says hello. KG Wilcox says mine was great. I did one for the family I live with. This is a Passover Seder we're talking about. The Afikoman hunt was interesting, as the little boy didn't catch on at first. The wine was good. The wine was good. Very glad to hear that. Nawash64 says Pesach was smaller, 6 rather than up to 30 plus people. That's true all over. K Dixie says hi pals. Hi, nice to see you, K Dixie. Let's see. Nawash64 says KG Wilcox, your roommate all good with testing? That's got current events going on in here. I know we've got some people here in the community have needed some testing, or roommates have needed testing. Kajapalak 1 2 3 4 5 says, where are you from? I am from all over. Right now I'm coming to you from Southern California. KG Wilcox says, yes, negative. That's good news. Simon Tovim Mazel Tov. Wonderful to hear that. All right. Without further ado, I don't know about you all, but I need some game time. So we're going to go ahead and throw on the ear goggles, throw on the cans here. I got my my mask for safe gaming, and it goes well with my Texas Rangers T-shirt. I got a T-shirt from the Texas Rangers Museum when I got down to Texas last summer. Let's see. K Dixie says the solo Seder was surprisingly fine. Love the quiet spiritual serenity. That was a neat aspect. Now 64 says, Rabbi, so did Pesach end last night or tonight? It was last night, and that was for the long folks. That was the long folks. That was for the people who do it 2 nights. It was over last night. So if you feel like having some bread, go right ahead and do it. We have heard conflicting rabbinical rulings. So I don't know where you're coming from, but I think I celebrated Passover as long as you possibly can, and we were done last night. So we actually made sandwiches went out and got some hoagie rolls and made some sandwiches with bread. So Mazel Tov on the testing, says Nawa64. All right, I'm hearing some Luigi, so how about I show you some Luigi? And away we go. This is a game I picked up a couple of weeks ago that's been a lot of fun. It's Luigi's Mansion 3. I have not played Luigi's Mansion 1 or 2, so I can't speak to them, but this has been pretty cool. Let's see, KG Wilcox says, I'm in the short folks camp myself. I don't know if that speaks to your observation of holy days or vertical dimension. So let's go ahead and take this on in story mode. It's probably going to take me a minute to get up to speed here. It's like I said, it's been a couple of weeks since I played this game, and probably lost my sense of the controls. Backstage, I guess I'm that many light bulbs through the game for having played for 10 hours total. Oh my goodness. Wish they wouldn't tell us that. KG Wilcox says, one day Yom Tov, and yes, I'm petite. Well, either or both cases, it sounded like it was a good Pesach for you with some great news in your household. Okay, so Luigi spends most of his time in this game terrified. Let's see, that turns a light on, that turns a light on. Wait, that sucks stuff up? No. Vacuum, blower. The physics in this game are incredible. Let's see, that's the flashlight, that's the black light. I don't know what that is. Oh, that shoots those guys. That doesn't do anything. Maybe that comes later. Oh, that poops a goo Luigi. Okay. D-Alexon's in the house. Boker Tov Lukulam. Nawa64 says the conflict was with the inside Israel versus outside Israel with the additional days, etc. A bit confusing. Yeah, no, I think we're all good. If you want to have some bread, go right ahead and have some bread. Oh, that's how you put that guy back. Okay, I forget. Did I switch back? Okay, sorry guys, just getting the hang of the controls again. I'm going to put him back. What's an artist without a brush? A chef without a knife? A dog without a bag of trash? Nothing. Without my megaphone, I'm nothing too. No, I'm less than nothing. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do is get the megaphone. I think I know where the megaphone is. I've been to these different studios. Oh, hey. Whoa. Oh, I have an idea. Okay. Okay, thanks, Rob. It means I'm good to go with making challah for Shabbat. Mrs. Carrier just threw some on. We got some challah dough in the bread machine as we speak. Oh wait. Whoop. Oh, that looks like there's something over there, a little blue box. Ow. Okay, Luigi, get on the thing. Switch to Gooigi. Come across the thing. Come to the thing. To the corner. What is in there? Okay, whatever that is. Let's see, maybe this will do it. Okay, somehow. Challah, same. So, oh. Okay. That's just like a little film reel. Okay. Ta-da. T-Fox RPG in the house. Good to see you there. Let's see, is there anything in here? Yeah, after a week of matzah, there's really nothing like some challah. So I need to set this on fire somehow, I think is the main bullet point of this presentation. Okay, let's see. If I look through this, spooky spider. Guess Luigi can't look at the camera. Put Luigi there. So this is a magic haunted TV studio where if I look through the camera, I can see what's there. Ah, scary spider. Okay, let's see what's back here. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Come on. Oh, oh, look at all that great stuff. Oh wait, Luigi can get in that bottle. Hey, this whole time. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, if you're just joining us, this is the Jewcurious show. We are live on Twitch TV. We're live on Twitch TV, and also we are on YouTube Live. However, the YouTube Live isn't working so great with the chat. If you want to chat with us, love to have you. Join us on twitch.tv/Jewcurious. If you don't have a Twitch account, it's pretty easy to make one up, I like to think. So just go ahead and take care of that for us. And coming in the chat, T-Fox RPG says, I found a synagogue. I want to try to visit in Amsterdam once everything calms down. 20 euros every Friday is still a lot of money, but we're still excited. I don't know how that works with the people paying for Shabbat, but I guess that's how they have to keep things open, so that's pretty cool. But that's exciting that you found a synagogue. I've never heard of a synagogue charging per Shabbat, but at least in the States, a lot of the synagogues are in kind of a oh. Whoop. Oh no, it's the travel cost. Okay, 20 euros to get there. That makes more sense. Thanks a lot. That's great. Noah64 says, T-Fox RPG, that's great. So happy for you again. Me too. Mazel tov. That's amazing. What is this? Oh, grill mask. Okay, so somehow, what is this? Somehow I have to set that web on fire. So I've got to find fire behind one of these doors. Okay, what is this? Oh, that looks like a fan. Okay, so I look through there, and then something magical happens. Michael Pacheco's in the house. So, strange question. I didn't know I needed to answer to. When davening with a live stream community, does one face the ark or east for the Amida? You know what? That's a new one on me. So, let me think about this for a second. This is a question I've literally never been asked. So generally, the rule is if you are not praying in a synagogue, you face east. If you are praying inside the sanctuary, in the same room with the ark, you face wherever the ark is. And I say that because there's some synagogues that I've been in, actually two that I've worked in, where the ark was placed someplace else just for architectural purposes, or they bought the building from somebody and that's just where the only place the ark could go. The ark was not in the east, or rather the ark was not situated in a way where if you were facing the ark, you were facing east. The halacha for that is that you face toward the ark. And so I'm kind of, this is a question I'm going to take back to my colleagues. I'm kind of two minds on this. And it is a question of orientation. In the literal original meaning of that word. The word orientation means to get everybody facing in the same direction, which happens to be east. And the word orient and orientation it means everybody facing east. So when you start a college situation or a new job situation, there's an orientation, and that's to get everybody moving in the same direction or facing in the same direction. So this is interesting because the point of, in my mind, the point of joining a live stream service is to connect your intention with the other people who are connecting their intention with the live stream service. And so are you orienting yourself to, let's say, the whole of the Jewish people who have a default orientation of east, if you are in most of the Jewish world west of Jerusalem, or is your intention to be facing the same direction as the people in the room? But I think the simplest answer to this dilemma is, can you set your device that you're live streaming from toward the east, right? So can you pick up your laptop or your iPad or whatever it is? I don't know if this is a question of if you're watching the live stream, can you put your device someplace so that you have your intention toward whatever it is other people have their intention toward, so you are joining intentionally the community that's doing the live stream simultaneously with that people-wide orientation of facing east. So if we want to split the baby here, that's what I would suggest. Does one face the ark or east for the Amidah? So I would, if you have this ability, I would take your device, situate in such a way that you are facing the ark televisually, as it were, and also facing east toward Jerusalem. So that would be my suggestion. T-Fox RPG says, they have trilingual Sidurim, Dutch, English, and Hebrew. Still, not having income makes it hard to do conversion and go to Kabbalat Shabbat services. I totally understand. I'm a little impressed, surprised, concerned that they're having live services in Amsterdam anyway. But that's I don't make health policy for those countries. KG Wilcox says, I set my monitor so I'm facing east when I'm looking at it. Others I zoom with face east, even if that's awesome. KG Wilcox means turning away from the screen. So I think that's one way to do it. Is the idea is you're not really focusing on the service or the ark per se if you're not in the room. I think if there's a way you can, if you can't move your screen wherever it is, if you can listen to the service that's going on while facing east, I think that's another good compromise. Oh, T Fox RPG says, "Oh no, I don't think they do." Besides, I'm stuck in the U.S. right now. Yeah, that makes it challenging. So I'm going to go back here. I think I have a possible solution to this problem. Nope. Here, what I'm trying to do is get this thing going. Get the fog machine going while I turn the screen on. Oh! Something going on with that tree. Let's see, get some of these leaves over here. What is happening right now? Dun dun dun, suspense, suspense. Ah! Scary witch. And there's a duck on its head. Let's see. Let's see if I can walk in this direction. Maybe I can get out through that gate. That's a backdrop here. Dun-na, dun-na. Oh. Okay, so this whole TV studio thing has been kind of a tough nut to crack. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on here. Dun, dun. Oh, hey, there's fire. Wait a minute. There's fire up there. Can I get through there, though? Maybe a Luigi can get through there. What? Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not there anymore. Okay. Beanstalk. Okay. How do I get that beanstalk to grow? Oh, wait a minute. There's water over there. for some way I'm supposed to. Okay, can Luigi look at the camera? I see an inanimate Luigi. Okay, let's try Mario. Now Mario can look through here. Well, if you're just joining us, it's really great to have you on the Jewcurious show. We're having a little bit of fun on Fun Friday here. Oh! Okay, so somehow the idea is I need to get up that beanstalk. The question is how. Let's see, the Gill says hi. Hi, the Gill. Okay. Okay. Ruthie and Vid are on YouTube, so invited them over here. Great. It's I think they get some technical updates need to make for my streaming software. Question is, how do I get up this beanstalk? Oh, I think I got something. Your Malowitz, hey, good to see you. Yeah, sorry, the YouTube chat isn't working this morning. If anybody has any insight on how to make that beanstalk grow, I am all ears. So all sorts of great stuff in there. K Dixie, your Malowitz, over, nice to see you. All right, Yamalowitz, due to the coronavirus, my cellular network just offered everyone an extra 10 gigabytes. So I enjoy Sunset, Walking Dog, and Rabbi John playing games. That's very generous of you. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Three in one. All right. All right. So I got some gold bars and some apples. And a flying sword. Okay. There's got to be some way to get water on that beanstalk that I am missing. Maybe I get water from someplace else. Okay. It looks like dynamics is on chat right is on chat is low, so I'm wondering if everyone is exhausted or it's just morning at your side. That's true. Yeah, it's a little bit. We're just chilling out today. I'm asking, how's everybody's Pesach? Oh, look, there's a source of water. How is everybody's Pesach this year? It's a little bit different. I know we had fewer people at our house certainly than we are accustomed to. Hello. Okay. Forgot how to fight ghosts on this game. Thanks for asking the Gil. The Torah portion this week is Shmini. A couple of things in there. First, the Nadav and Abihu, the two sons of Aaron, get killed for not doing their job exactly right. What is that? Hey, look, I found one of those. And we also have a discussion of kashrut. There's here in this parsha we have a discussion of all the forbidden animals that we are not supposed to eat for one reason or another. Their classifications, some justifications. So that's the Torah portion. It's Shmini. Shmini means eighth. It's the eighth day because in the beginning of Leviticus it says you should spend 7 days in kind of ordaining the priests and consecrating the area, and then on the eighth day, or Yom HaShmini, then that's when the services begin. And then on day one, we've got kind of an OSHA violation on our hands, and then people get hurt in the temple. That's kind of hard for me to read sometimes because I've always, from the time I started studying Torah, I've had two sons, and to hear a story about two sons getting hurt like that was hard to read. All right, let's see what's going on in this world when I look through the camera. So I've shared on Shmini a couple weeks. Oh, hey, there's fire. Fire could come in handy. Uh-oh. Hey, 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 hey. So you might have noticed that last week we didn't continue with the usual cycle. We uh-oh. Hey. Should I just let him be? Or should I flash him? Oh man. Swiper, no swiping. So lately I've been reviewing my oh. Let's see, your mom says, OMG guys, wish you were here. The sunset is just amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, we've taken it every once in a while going over to the park that's across the street from us while it's still open, and taking a look at the sunset right around here has been beautiful. Actually, I want to check it again. It's been about a week since I've seen the sunset, and I'm wondering what that does with the whole smog situation. Okay, so how do I get these guys? helmets off of them. Let's see. Nope. Oh. I mean, one thing, if you could take the pics and post them on the... Nope, nope. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm going to hit him with my bop gun. No, wait a minute. Let's see. One thing you could do, maybe post them in the Jewcurious Community Center. Take some pics that way. How do I get that helmet off of him? Got it off a second ago. Alright, that's one. One down. That's two down. Use that guy. Oh, I thought you had your phone and figured a camera. Let's see. Let's see. That's three. All right. Uh-oh, here's another one. Oh, let's see. Wait. Sorry, I said to check a thing. Cancel. No, get back in there. Okay. That guy looks upset. Come on. Come on, come on. Let's see. You can shake off the glass and hit it by pressing 0 at the same time. It's a lot easier than throwing the pump. Very good. At Kingdom Babel. Very nice. Or Kingdom Able? Kingdom Able. Very good. What's up? No, that light's good. My stagehand helping out here. Okay, so now that I've gotten all these guys, what does that do for me? I've got fire. Let's see, Rabbi, another question, Ari Pesach. We have been discussing various opinions about the Passover versus the Feast of Matzah. Does the actual Passover last for a few minutes on the first night, or is it an entire 24-hour day? Let's see, curious question. The actual Passover, you know, it's kachatzot. It's the Malach HaMashchit goes through Egypt kachatzot. So it's instantaneous. Maybe takes a little while. But it's not the first 24. So, but what it says in the Torah is that because of this thing that happened, or rather, you can have your Passover offering that night, but you don't leave it over until morning. There's a discussion of that, what that means, leaving things over until morning in Masechet Brachot. But what the Torah says is because of this thing that happened, you will have a festival for 7 days. The first day is a Yom Tov. The first day is a day of no work. The last day is a day of no work, and in between, just eat matzah and no leavening. So the Feast of Matzah, does the actual Passover last for a few minutes on the first night? So I mean, the probably different midrashim on this on exactly how long that the mashchit took to do the job, but the idea was that you were supposed to be shut up in your home, having the offering and not leaving it over for too long. And so whether the Passover was instantaneous, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I kind of follow what the Torah says, and also the laws kind of after that, as we have embellished on them, of observing it for the holy day for a full day, and then the week for not eating matzah, and then the last day, as we read in Parashat Re'eh yesterday, of having no work on the last day either. And as we were discussing, because of the complications of being in galut, or diaspora, or exile, as it were, I follow the conservative practice of having that be not just, oh, can I go in there? Is it dangerous? Am I on fire? Having the first day and the last day be actually the first 2 days and the last 2 days. Okay, so is it different going up this ladder now that everything's on fire? Oh, I can't go up that ladder. I can just go through that ladder. Various interpretations lead to long yeshivas discussions in the house. That's a good Jewish house. Let's see. King Kiri, how do Israelis who are essentially white European converts centuries ago justify the way they treat Palestinians who are genetically closer to being the real descendants of the Israelites? I find it insane. There's some other things I find insane. Hold on just a second. And banned. So all of that is factually false and only really commented to cause trouble. So now nobody's actually curious about anything from that comment. One sec. Okay, so taking care of that. And if you are actually curious about Judaism or Jewish people, then you are more than welcome here. But if you're just coming here to bash Israelis or have false theories about our people, then not interested. All right. So with that, I think let's see. We're going to play for a little bit longer. I was going to have kind of a short day. It turns out I got a lot of matzah crumbs to clean up today. Having a conversation with a friend of mine, Rabbi Mike Gilboa, here in a minute, and then a conversation with the cantor at PJTC because we've got another holiday coming. And then we're going to be teaching in the Jewcurious school a little bit later today. If you're in the Jewcurious school, we're going to be having our weekly Torah session. We had to move it because of the Passover holiday, and we're having a discussion of Parashat Shmini at 1 o'clock Pacific time in the Jewcurious school, and we'll be talking about this week's Parsha. So let's see. I'm going to get out of here because I do not understand what's going on. I wish I could get some of that fire to take into the other place. Luigi, there's fire on this set. Do you think you could use the fire to burn spider webs? Because I do. In fact, I'm sure. But now all you need is something to carry the flame with you to another room. Okay. Yeah, that sounds delightful. Let's see. Is there anything in here? Let's see. Wait. I see. Now. Maybe some of this paper. Nope. Maybe this broom. Now I do know that there's a torch in this other room here. In the castle set. Is this the castle set? There is a torch up there. That I can't get to. Now if I could get water on that beanstalk, this one has a well. If I could get water on the beanstalk, I could go up and get the torch and take the torch into the other one. Was there a bucket? Okay. Starting to put some pieces together. I think I saw a bucket. If I could get a bucket. I could take the bucket where the well is. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe the witch jumps up with a bucket of water. And I make the beanstalk grow, and then I take the torch. Oh, hey, thanks, witch, for the bucket of water. I've got a bucket of water, which I'll take in here. I think we're on to something. Got a bucket of water going to the castle. I think we have figured it out. I'm going to put that right there. Gently, gently. Okay then. Let me hit you with your friend. Where'd they go? Okay. Okay. I don't know if I have to defeat these guys. It's a matter of pride. Deluxe and yes, you can't leave without defeating them. Game mechanics. Shabbat Shalom, Speaker AJ. Good to see you here. Come on. Alrighty. So where's that torch at? Lost my torch. Anybody see where the torch went? Oh, great. So I was messing around and I can't find the torch anymore. I'll get some of that gold. Dun 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 dun. Oh, but I bet if I just back out of here, where's the torch? The torch has to be around here somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. I had a torch. Shabbat Shalom from Hey Christy SB, I heard some good news. Welcome from San Bernardino. Oh, there's the torch. There's the torch. I see the torch. Shadow of torch. Okay. Starting to get it. Starting to get it. Oh. Drop that for a second. Get all this other great stuff over here. Where's my torch at? There we go. Now I take the torch through the TV. Alright, I think once I solve this riddle, I'm going to peace out for a little while. So I'm going to take the torch through that TV to the place where the fire is. Drop it like it's going to be hot. Okay. Chris CSP says, yes, thank you. I'm finally taking Intro to Judaism class with Kate Dixie. You're going to join us in the Miller program. That's awesome. Let's see. I heard about that. Yesterday. I was really excited to hear about that. I'm glad you'll be joining us. Kiji Wilcox, Shabbat Shalom to all. May it be peaceful. Shabbat Shalom, KG Wilcox. Glad to hear about the negative test result in your household. Okay, one last thing. Going into there with its fire torch. Let's see, this is cardboard, so the whole thing should catch, but just in case. And drop that here. Otherwise it's hard. Ah, scary spider. And the scary spider's on fire. Fire spider. Dun 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 dun. Ta-da! Dropping that, picking that up, going back. Oh, great. Ding dong. KG Wilcox plugged the Rabbinical Assembly is having a great sale on their publications. Check it out. That's true. Another Rabbinical Assembly which publishes several things like the Eitz Chaim Humash, I believe, maybe, and the Sidorim, the Lev Shalem and the Sim Shalom. Oh, later, spider. They are giving bulk pricing, the same price they charge the synagogues to buy Sidorim by the crate. They're selling them to individuals, let's say, at that deep discount. Finally, this director ghost gets his megaphone. Seems like a boss battle coming on. You. Wait a second. Hold it right there. I didn't notice until now, but your face, you have some nice features. This guy's very complimentary. And your build, not bad at all. I'm gonna be in pictures. Look at that. Come, come, let's start shooting. Where's my crew? Places, everyone, take your places. This just became Mario Odyssey. No, 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 no. All right. May have to pause here. This gets too hot and heavy. Looks like Stay Puffed. Okay then. Something tells me he's going to be putting on the gorilla costume here. Nope, it's a ghost inside there. Okay, can't get up that way. Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, okay, when the kaiju spits out the ball, you can blow it right back. I get it. Aha! That did it. Excellent, excellent. Keep it up. Okay. Come on, kaiju. Whoa. Oh, okay, that wasn't the right thing to do at all. Uh-oh. Haha. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Great question. Great question. Noah64 says, Rabbi, is PJTC having other virtual gatherings, women, teens, etc., during this time, or just services? Well, as it happens, we're actually having a ton of other virtual gatherings. The best thing to do is to... Now, this is art. Okay, now I just have to beat this guy. The best thing to do is to go to the PJT website and subscribe to our email list. I believe that's a thing you can do. Subscribe to our email list. And they are, because what we're not doing is publishing, we're not publishing our Zoom links, because that's gotten people some nasty visitors and things like that. So, Ariel Bird, there we go. Can I become a virtual member? That's a good question. So I think we're going to be working that out. We're just starting to talk about, now that Passover is over, we're starting to talk about different things for the coming year and what we're expecting. Hey, I got a thing. But what you should do is join the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center email list. And I think you do that by going to our website. It's at pjtc.net. And that lists all the different things that we've got going on. And then you'll be able to get links to those virtual things that are happening. Because there's actually a ton of stuff. We have our social justice committee that meets. We have, I think, Sisterhood's doing some things. We have Havdalah every week. We have meditation things that are happening. So sign up for that, and then we'll find out. So I encourage anybody here. I mean, I don't necessarily like to, yeah. So, what am I trying to say? I'm sorry. I'm just so overwhelmed by that victory. I wanted to enjoy it. So the best thing to do is sign up for the PJTC website for our email list that we've got going on. And then you'll be able to know all the different things that are going on. And you'll get links to this stuff. We're careful about how we're sharing links just to keep the Zoom jokers out. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let me see if we can go to the fire one. Melt that ice cube and get the little thing there. Da, 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 da. Dropping that. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Guess it would have been good to melt that when things were actually on fire still. Alright, so I think I'm going to clear this level and then call it a day here. got to prepare for our live teaching this afternoon at the Jewcurious School. We're going to be studying Parshat Shmini in the weekly Torah class live at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Let's see. Rabbi, any advice or wisdom as we count the Omer? So I know that PJTC has shared some resources on this as well. I think my advice, as is often my advice with different halachic things that we do, is go easy on yourself. So as you count the Omer, there have been a couple of debates in the past that, you know, if you lose count one night, if you skip one night or something, some older authorities would say that from there you have to stop. Like if you don't keep it up every single day, then you don't get to keep going. One of my great teachers, Rabbi Aaron Alexander, wrote a tshuva, the legal response, legal responsum. Is that the singular responsum? Saying that if you miss a day, it's okay to get back on that horse. So that's kind of what I go with. So what is it exactly? It's this was in the Torah reading, I think this was yesterday, that every day it's from Amor and also Parshat Amor and also Parshat Rei, especially Amor, when it talks about the holidays, it says from the second night of Passover, you should start counting the Omer. It says you should count a week of weeks, basically, 7 weeks or 49 days. You shall count those days. In temple times, you would actually be bringing a sheaf of barley, and sheaf, the word in Hebrew is Omer. So you bring a sheaf every day, and you count that Omer every single day between Passover and Shavuot. And so there's a practice of every night, usually evening services, you say before the end of the service, during your evening prayers, you would say, today is day such and such of the Omer, and that's how you do that mitzvah of counting the days between Passover and Shavuot. Most standard prayer books will have, just look up counting the Omer, it'll have it in there after evening services. And there's also, in the Middle Ages, developed some, let's say, more spiritual, more mystical practices around this, taking the 7 weeks of the Omer, identifying them with 7 different sphirot of the Kabbalistic cosmogony, and because the words are connected. This sphirot is like these aspects of the divine, and while we're l'saper is to count, and so while we're counting the Omer, we are invoking these various aspects or meditating on these different aspects. There's a little bit of a pun there between sphirot and sphira, and so take that for what it's worth. There's lots of great resources on there. I would Google counting the Omer at the well. I found a great website that talks a lot about Omer, and you can even sign up for like daily reminders on what the particular meaning of that day is. So Google counting the Omer at the well and look for that resource. I highly recommend it. And so let's see, Christy SB says, we've had a few Zoom jokers, but thankfully none in my classroom yet. That's good to hear. I haven't actually, don't want to jinx it, I haven't actually encountered any of these jokers in Zoom calls. I've encountered other rabbis who have. However, I will say that in my experience, most of the time when people have been running into these jokers, these Zoom bombers as it were, it's because they're posting links to their Zoom calls publicly. And so people, it's just like, this is public, so we get jokers here in the chat at the Jewcurious show. So if people can find it publicly, they can come in and cause trouble. So how people are locking that down on Zoom, and this is how we've done it, is we're not sharing our Zoom links publicly. You have to be somehow connected to PJTC, but there's lots of ways to do that. So if you can't find it on our website, hit me up independently. I'm just trying to make it a little harder for people. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get in the elevator, and we're going to call it a day. I've got to have a talk with a rabbinic friend of mine who's also learning a lot about teaching online. And then don't forget to join us if you're in the Jewcurious School for our live session at 1 o'clock, our weekly Torah session on Parashat Shmini. There is a cat. Why is there a cat with 3 tails? Oh, wait a minute. It's just causing trouble. What a pain. All right, before I deal with this problem, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Really enjoyed just having some fun with you guys today. Glad to see Oak Milo. I don't know if that's Milo. I've been heard from our old friend Milo has been around lately. Ariel Bird, Nawa64, Christy SB. So great to hang out with all you today, as K Dixie says. And let's see. I don't remember if I saw Ruthie. I did see Carla in here. Magic Opossum says hi. So thanks everybody for joining us. As always, I have been your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier. I'm glad you could join us for the Jewcurious Show's fun Friday episode. Glad people had a healthy, matzahful, and meaningful Pesach. And no more holidays. No more holidays for a while. Well, yeah, we got Shavuot. I almost forgot Shavuot because we're counting the days till that one. But so, yeah, we got about 6 weeks at this point until another Jewish holiday. So we'll be learning more about that together. Until next time, heroes, Shabbat Shalom and peace.